Hi guys, my second video after my first one being really, well, not very good. Anyway, in my haste to do the video, I absolutely forgot about this little girl. And it's a shame because she's absolutely lovely. She sits up by herself. I think she's about 20 inches. Yes, I think she's 20 inches. She's a kit from Lillian Trigg. And I was bought it ages and ages ago, and I did it up, and then I didn't like the finish on it, so I figured that I wasn't very good at doing kits. So I just thought, I'll have a play around. I'd wanted a avatar child, little baby, and as it happened, I just had a play, and it's not perfect. I've had to adapt, like the ears, such as here. And I did the eyes, and I couldn't get any glass eyes to fit because it wasn't an open eye, so I had to do it slightly different. So I made my own eyes up. I'm just in the middle of now trying to she was a little bit shiny, so I'm just matting her down a bit. I also made her a little because obviously she got a cloth body here. And so I made this little bodysuit to go over, so it looked like Avatar. She has got a couple of outfits. I'm not changing her into any at the moment because they're ready for freshening up. So they're not shoes. There's no shoes are not matching. But let me just show you. Hang on. She's quite heavy. When I weighted her, that's her feet underneath. She's, like I say, she's a little bit shiny. I don't know if you can see. Okay. And I have to admit, I looked for some avatars, and I just couldn't find one that had everything I wanted on it. They either had no hair or no tail or different things really. So, and it was just a little bit sort of off-putting. So I thought, you know what, I've got this kit. Let's see what I can do with it. Let's have a bit of fun. Granted, it's not hair. It is actually wool, and I did root it. And I've put that braid in, the one that you have the that's longer. and little thingy bits in it. And then the idea was I was going to braid it, but I haven't done it all yet, so I figured out it wouldn't be a problem with it being wool. So yeah, I named her Forest, and she's very weighty. I mean, her head, she's literally, for my first one, I weighted her, and I mean, she is a good weight, probably a bit too heavy, but she's thingy, she's floppy. Her head, it has to be supported. She's got 3/4 arms, and I believe it's 3/4 legs, yeah. So like I say, it's a Lillian Trigg kit, which I just adapted, but I wanted to give a name out because she may well recognise it, she may well not. But yes, she's lovely. Her name's Forest. I don't know if I just said that, so if I have, please excuse me because my memory doesn't always serve me well. And but yes, she is a lovely girl. I'd say it was my first one I ever did. Come on, lady, you just sit up for me. Thank you. Right, now on to the next bit. I wanted to actually talk to you about something. And I'm new to all this reborn community, and I've heard and listened to all the things that's been going off, stolen sculpts. And not that I agree with stolen sculpts, because I don't, and I don't have any. But I can see where people's opinions lie, and I'm not going to judge anybody because there's no point, because I might not be perfect either. So in the thing, that's not what I wanted to really talk to you about. Everybody's going on about stolen sculpts and things like that. But my thing is to throw a little spanner in the works here. And I know that maybe it's not going to go and sit well with people. But I watch a lot of you reborners, and you've got some fantastic dolls. Beautiful silicone babies. Their clothes are immaculate. They are absolutely gorgeous. And but I struggle financially, so therefore I have to basically I have to make a lot of the clothes, so that's why a lot of them's like crocheted and stuff like that. And I see all these clothes they're wearing, and do you know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody, but you know, these dolls are better looked after than some children in the world. You know, these dolls have more clothes than children. You know, some of them don't have any shoes on their feet, and it breaks my heart. I mean, I'm quite aware of it, and I'm sure that maybe somebody else has thought about it. I don't know. I just wanted to, not to upset anybody, but just to say, look, you know, all this, you know, about stolen sculpts and all this, that, and other, and making people targets and being nasty. It's just not really the thing. You got to think there's bigger things out there. People are dying of starvation. Children that have no shoes on their feet, no food for them, and no clothes, and going around in rags. And that happens not just in the third world, but it happens everywhere. And you know, you look at these dolls, which is essentially what they are, and we have to keep that in mind and keep a balance, I think. But that's just my opinion. Keeping a balance, because it's like, how much did you spend on that outfit? And it came to me just as when I happened to be looking on a site that had another site linked to it, and it was clothing, and it was extortionate prices. The actual Reborn site was very reasonable, but the other was so extortionate. Beautiful clothes. I wouldn't have even paid for them for my children, because children get dirty. Give them some good, strong, clean clothes. You can get pretty clothes. You don't have to pay a fortune. And just, but I think it was just something I needed to bring up, because even before I set up my channel, I really did see this, and I'm thinking, you know, I mean, hats off to anybody, but you know, like, wow, all these clothes they've got, all these accessories, and it's a doll, and you've got children who don't have toys, who don't get Christmas, who don't get, you know, all the trimmings and everything, who don't get nothing. They don't even have the essentials, never mind the luxuries. So, you know, when you're thinking about targeting somebody for like having knockoffs, just think, you know, well, we're all spending this money, somebody's starving, somebody doesn't have anything to keep them warm. Anyway, on a lighter note, it's Lynn, and I want to just wish you all the best. Lots of love, and I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll like it. And it would be nice to hear from you. And just please subscribe. Help me to bring a new channel and bring something good into the world of reborns. Thank you. Lots of love from Lynn. Keep the peace and love each other. Bye.